Hey guys, let's play some Minecraft. So since the last episode, I have bought myself a new GPU. Thought I saw weeds growing. I did indeed. Just doing a little bit with crops here. Most of these have good stuff in them. I have two farro plants. I haven't managed to get Aurelia yet. But yeah, what was I saying? Right, I just bought myself a new GPU. And I had a lot of trouble getting it to actually work properly. So at first I just put it in the computer and everything seemed fine, but when I pressed the power button, computer started, but I just saw a black screen, so there was nothing there. So I did a bunch of troubleshooting, tried different graphics drivers, though I didn't figure that would be the problem because it wasn't even getting as far as the BIOS. So actually ended up updating my motherboard BIOS. Yeah, went through all sorts of stuff. Finally got it to actually work properly. And so I upgraded from a GeForce GTX 570 to the 770, hoping it would help my Minecraft performance. And it is about the same. So looks like the GPU was not my limiting factor here. I'm probably CPU bound, I'm guessing. I might take this world and make a copy of it, disable each mod one by one to see which one is causing me to have such a low frame rate here. I mean, it's sort of struggling to maintain 30, and normally, you know, I'd get much better frame rate than that. I mean, it's perfectly playable, just not the best. Anyway, so I set up some cool stuff here. I mentioned what I was going to do last episode, and I've actually gone and done it. So we have these toggles here for force fields. If I'm actually the owner of a force field, it doesn't hurt me when I hit it. But anyway, so this just lets me flip that switch while I'm in a building and be safe inside it. And if I ever you know, somehow flip the switch and get outside, I can use the multi-tool the MFFS multi-tool to get back in. I think. Wait. Or do I leave my multi-tool in here? I might. So I set up a little MFFS room down here. This is where all of this stuff is kept. I have these two projectors. They're all set up with what they need. Let's see, yeah, one focus matrix there, one there, 3 distance modules, 3 strength modules, and then this one is similar, 1 distance module, 4 strength modules, because that's a slightly taller thing, and this is off to the side, so both focus matrices are over here. Yes, I do have my multi-tool in here. Okay, so that's not smart. Let's keep that in our base. I just put MFFS related stuff in here, but that's one I want to keep in a more accessible spot. But yeah, nothing really new to see here other than this MFFS compact forcisium cell. This is a cool little thing. You can craft it with that stuff. And if you have it in your inventory and it is, let's see, you can right click to toggle. Now it's active, or you can leave it inactive. If you have any, I don't have any here, but if you have forcisium in your inventory, it'll just automatically get sucked into this thing, and it'll slowly fill itself up. So that just basically lets you compact a whole bunch of forcisium into one item. So that's a bit nicer. If I do this, yeah, okay, now it's filling it back up with, wait, what is it doing here? Is it pulling it out of here? No, it's not. Actually, I don't know. Let's see, that's going up, but where is that forcisium coming from? Here? Yeah, I don't know exactly how that works, but yeah. Anyway, I just put that in there, and it keeps that fed with forcisium. So I have a whole lot in there. I forget exactly how much that was, but it was several stacks. Yeah, that makes it extract faster. Yep. Anyway, this is all set up and working properly. Yep. So that just it has plenty of forcisium, so I can leave those force fields up whenever I'm in these buildings and feel like I want a little bit of extra protection. Because, you know, when I'm doing this stuff, I'll have my back turned to the doorway quite a lot, and I don't want to have any creepers sneaking up on me in here. Anyway, so haven't done a whole lot else since last episode. I don't think I played in this world at all yesterday. I usually do, but just felt like taking a little break. But one of the things we need to do today is to set up the other half of our distillation towers. So I'm actually extremely low on oil and fuel. This is, okay, that's down to 0 now. I've gone ahead and switched these two boilers over from fuel to biofuel. They're still burning through the fuel, but each one has a biofuel line hooked up to it. Since my biofuel production is so good now, I think that'll probably be able to keep up, and I'll be able to use my fuel for other stuff. One of the things I know it's used for right now is, oh, that opened, right, because that lever's on, is for my scrap machine. So when this liquiduct runs out of, oh, come on, runs out of fuel, then the scrap machine will not be able to run anymore. It is hooked up to this boiler, but that's currently disabled because I have too much, well, I have way more than enough niter and not enough coal dust and, well, a reasonable amount of sulfur. We'll be solving those problems at least partially this episode. But yeah, so you saw how, oh, hang on. Before I get started on this, I need to talk about something here. So I put a second item IO in here, and there's something about item IOs that I forgot and didn't really know about. So if you have two of them here, with just one this doesn't work, but if you shift right click this, it changes to blue. Do it again, it changes to orange. I think one of those is input and one is output. And I'm wondering if that'll solve the problem that I was having where I couldn't put items into them and have it actually do its job. So let's try changing this to blue and see if, oh, hey, okay. Okay, yeah. So that's blue, that's orange. Okay, that looks promising. So I'm going to put down a router here, not connected to anything else, and see if I can, let's see. So I'm going to insert into, hang on, if I want to, let's give this a machine filter. I'm going to specify item IO, and yeah, insert this. Nope, still no good. Okay, no way to do it. Well, never mind then. All right, so we're going to have to set it up the same way as the other one. All right, that's fine. So I don't know exactly... I don't know why you would do this, because without having that, it already behaves properly, because with the white side you can only... I don't know why that's necessary, because when you can only put something into this slot and only pull out of that slot, so I don't get the reason you'd want to. I don't know. Anyway, so we sort of saw how that setup went before, so I'm going to skip a lot of this, but I'll be setting up sort of the same thing. Oh, I added a second liquid transposer here, just because the one wasn't keeping up with the amount of biodiesel cells that were coming in. But yeah, I'm going to set this up as much as I can, and when we get to the parts that are different or interesting, we will show them. But anyway, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, I have this pretty much set up. There wasn't as much different from this other system as I thought there would be. So one thing is that the distillation tower, I put some oil cells in here just to see what it does. So this one has to be fed empty cells and doesn't produce them, because for wait a minute. Yeah, for biofuel, it's 2-to-1 ratio, so you get empty cells back. For oil and fuel, it's 1-to-1. So, and it gives you byproducts, so you get filled cells back. So I don't know yet what I want to do with the glycerol and sulfuric acid cells. So right now they're just going to stack up in these two routers. I'm not going to go over all this because, you know, it's basically the same thing as we already saw there, just with some very minor tweaks. Using the same trick with the disk drive. There's a disk drive in there somewhere. Yep. To move stuff around. And yeah, once this finishes, oh yeah, okay, all the stuff did in fact get pulled out. Where did it go? Okay, good. So glycerol goes there. Sulfuric acid goes here. Liquid transposer gets the diesel cells. Oh, one thing I did do differently. Somebody suggested having, instead of, I did have one redundant router in here, and it's actually a little hard to do what he suggested now that I have two liquid transposers here. But one of the things I did was, instead of having one router pull cells out of the distillation tower and put them in another one, put them into liquid transposer. Just have one directly next to the liquid transposer, putting directly into it. So that's what this is doing. So looks like those all went to the right place. Let's give this some empty cells and see that they go to the right place. And that these distillation towers get oil cells. Looks good. Yep, and those are also getting empty cells. So yeah, right now uh-oh. How did that happen? Okay, so something's wrong here. Somehow this is getting empty cells. All right, let me see if I can find the source of that problem. Now it's getting oil cells. Somebody's inserting into this without the right filter or something. So 1 second. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, no, I know what it is. It's because my oil tank is empty. No, it's not. Never mind. All right, so this router right here inserts into distillation tower slot 0. You should only ever get oil cells. Do I have something else inserting into distillation tower slot 0? Shouldn't. Oh. Well, what are you going in there for? Oh, maybe I have my... Okay, here's another possibility. Let's see. So you extract from anywhere in the chest, eject to north, which must be this side. You insert into disk drive slot 0. Okay, that's for doing that. Let's see, extract, eject to south, insert into distillation tower slot 1. Yeah. How... You know, I really don't understand how empty cells have ended up in this slot. That shouldn't be possible. And why are you not... Oh, because empty cells didn't go into... What? What is happening here? Okay. Oh, wait. That's coming out of there. What? How is that coming out? I'm so confused right now. All right, let me do some debugging. Ah, bugger. Here's one of our problems. So we can't put a machine filter on this because it has to extract from any machine. But this says slot 1. And, okay. I know, that's right. What we did here was we used an item filter. Okay, that should solve our problem. So that's extracting from slot 1 from any machine. And in the case of the distillation tower, that's empty cells. Ah, okay. So empty cells are getting put into the distillation tower and getting extracted by that router, after which they were ejected to the other router, which expects to get filled oil cells and puts it into distillation tower slot 0. That explains it. Okay, so we just got to give this an item filter and say oil cell. Oh, you have empty cells. That's no good. Give me an oil cell and split your things with this. Okay. So item filter that. All right. Figured I'd forgotten a step. And yeah, everything else looks like it worked. So let's give it some more of these cells and see that they go to the right place and not into the wrong slot. Oh, right. That's not one for the oil. Yep. Good. Although, I guess we wouldn't be able to tell unless... Yeah. Well, anyway, I think we solved that problem. Yep. Okay. So now let me get my liquid transposer wired up and plumbed, and we'll see this, make sure that gets into the fuel tank. All right, transposer's powered up, and it is transposing. So let's see if the fuel is going to the right place. It should be. Although it's going to get sucked out right away, but yeah, we can see it going in there. Great. Is this going to fill up at all? It's probably... Yeah, this is... Oh, yeah, that's empty. And nothing's getting pulled out, which is weird. Hey, we're missing a concrete block there. Huh, fixed. Okay, so wait a minute. What's going on here? Is this not... I guess it's getting pulled into that liquiduct first. I mean, it's going in, right? Must be. Although, where is this going? I didn't think this was connected to anything that was consuming it, but maybe I'm wrong. I thought I turned these off. Oh, I didn't. Okay, so those were using it. Let's see if these have switched to biofuel yet. They have. Good. So yeah, both running on biofuel now. In fact, all three of these are. So the next question is, will my biofuel production keep up? This is still full. This is still full. So yeah, it's keeping up so far. All right, so I think this is all working. Anything else I need to check to make sure? Are these still going? Yeah, it's still going. I do need to give it more empty cells, because this is, well, I need to do something with those. Okay. What could we do? So glycerol is only used for a couple of things that I don't really want to, I don't have that much use for nitro coal fuel or nitro diesel. I guess the thing to do would be to use that glycerol to turn my fuel into nitro diesel and use it to feed some diesel generators in place of these petroleum generators here. That's probably the way to go. And as for the sulfuric acid, I could... You can turn it into sulfur dust, which I do need for industrial TNT, but it's at a very poor rate. I can make batteries out of it. Yeah, so it takes 7 of those to make 1 sulfur cell, and then a sulfur cell, what is it, centrifuges to get 1 sulfur dust? Yeah. So you could get a little less than 1 sulfur dust per time that runs, right? Because it produces 16 of those. You get a little less than 2 sulfur dusts per 16 oil cells. So it gives you hydrogen. Let's see, hydrogen is just for power in a gas turbine. Okay, that's also fusion reactor stuff. Okay, but yeah, I don't know what else I'd really do with sulfuric acid. So those byproducts, I could. I don't know. I don't know. I will think about it. If nothing else, I could just use an extractor on them and get the empty cells back and feed them back into that system. But for now, let's just give it a whole lot of empty cells. How much tin do I have? Not that much. Guess we'll just make 2 more stacks. And yeah, we'll have to address that, but I'm not sure what I want to do with those byproducts just yet. But anyway, what else is on our list? Yes, okay. So I am extremely low on oil. This tank was empty, and I went over and bucketed a little bit of oil out of one of the, gotta fix the floor here, a little bit of oil out of an oil spout that I hadn't pumped out yet, just to have a few to keep stuff going. Then I switched those over to biofuel since I was so low on it. But what was I doing down here? Oh yeah, S cells. But I don't actually have a good spot to set up another oil pump. There are a couple of spots I could use, but nothing quite as close as the ones we've done already. Man, how many is that going to take out? All of them? I guess it would take all of them, yeah, till those are all filled up. So other ways to get oil. So there's bees, of course. I still have my my oily propolis squeezer here. But one of the other ways is by centrifuging soul sand, and that's something we wanted to do anyway to get saltpeter for fertilizer, because our farms here need it, and I only have so much appetite. So let's see if we can get something like that set up. Now, if I put soul sand into a centrifuge, what does it do? It gives me 4 saltpeter per 16, 1 coal dust per 16, so good, we can use that for our industrial TNT machine. Some sand and oil cells, good. Okay, now to make soul sand with soulful wax, it does take some dirt and sand, so we're going to, of course, loop the sand from that back into this crafting process, and we got to get dirt from somewhere, so it's going to be interesting managing those things. For the moment, let's see, what's a good place for this? So, probably in the basement, because we want saltpeter. No, wait, no. We want saltpeter for fertilizer, not for this stuff. But we want the coal dust there. We want saltpeter over in the farm area, and we want the oil cells going into this system. So that's another thing we have to feed empty cells to. Oh boy. So maybe... Yeah, I think since we have some EU power right here from this MFSU, Yeah, okay, so it got a new crystal. Ooh, wow, it's using those quick. Yep, so our remote charging system's definitely working, doing its job. Yeah, since we have some EU power here, maybe the best thing would be to put the industrial centrifuge down here somewhere, or in this general area. So let me see if I can set up something good with that. This is really bugging me. I'm going to fill in this floor, see if we can do something about setting up the industrial centrifuge, and then I'll be back with an update. Huh, found a cave here. Well, man, there's just about no place to put this. There are things everywhere. Like, I tried to dig into this wall, and there's furnaces right here. They're in there somewhere, yeah. For piping this stuff together. You know, try this wall, same thing, and there's all this stuff, and it's really crowded down here. Now we have a cave back this way, but we can work around that. Cave doesn't need to be here. But yeah, okay, so let's see. Centrifuge. Okay. We're going to use another MV transformer. I couldn't find a good way to really hook into any of these. So another MV transformer here, facing not that way. So high voltage has to go that way. Okay. Good. LV transformer over, where is it? Here. Again, wrong way. And then the centrifuge. So the centrifuge is top and bottom have to be exposed because we need to put cells into the... Let's see here. Oh, wait, no. Bottom doesn't have to be exposed because we're going to have... Oh, cool. All right, so that's done a bunch of stuff. So we probably have sulfuric acid stacking up in here. Yeah, we do. Okay. I have to do something about that. We can have a router stick cells into it. Things to centrifuge need to go in the top. So, man. All right, let's go a little farther over here. We'll put it in this spot. Nope, that's no good. Dang it! Man, everything is just okay. Let me work out my space here, and well, no, we can make this work. We can make this work. Okay. So, what we're gonna do for the moment is we will have an auto crafting table here. This one, this needs to not be in the network of machines, although the industrial centrifuge kind of wants to be. So I might have to move my furnace piping around a little bit. Basically, yeah, we want to have this auto crafting table next to a barrel full of sand, one full of dirt, and one full of soulful wax. Haven't worked out how to get this supplied with all those things. I'd really like some room around this. Maybe I'll just put this in a different spot entirely, but I don't know where. Well, we'll try to work with this space a little bit. All right, so auto crafting table. I want to put this... Man. No, this is not a good space. Okay, I'm going to find another one. All right, so I cleared out a little bit of space on the opposite wall right here. So still don't love this, but let's see if we can at least make it work. So there's our centrifuge. Should have power now. So we need to get the stuff to centrifuge in the top here. So what we're going to do is we'll put this auto crafting table here. It's going to use sulfur wax, dirt, and sand to make soul sand. And auto crafting tables, conveniently enough, can pull from any side of a barrel. So what we're going to do here is we will put 3 barrels next to it. So there's that. Yeah, 3 barrels next to... Oh, wait, no, that's no good. Shoot. Okay, well... Yeah, we'll have to make this a little smarter at some point. But it'll do for the moment. Where are my barrels? There they are. So barrel here. Uh-oh. That's okay. That's okay. That can be part of that net. Whoa, no, it can't. Yeah, it can. Yeah, it can. Because all my filters are set properly. Okay. So these are going to be for dirt, sand, and sulfur wax. And as soon as I put all 3 of those in there, it should just get going. Yep, okay, so it's crafting those and pulling them into here. Yeah, we need to regulate this so it's not... you can't use a router with an auto-crafting table, unfortunately. This isn't a slot you can pull out of. I think? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. Now, wait a minute. It crafted some, but where'd it put them? They did not go in there. What is happening? Where did my soul sand go? Huh? I'm so confused. Those are empty, and I don't remember what was in each one, but my soul sand has completely disappeared. Is one of these routers set wrong and somehow sucked it up? Shouldn't have. What? Hang on, let's get some more, what was it out of? Sand and sulfur wax. Let's get some more of those things and watch this more closely and see if we can figure out where those things have gone. Alright, here we go again. So here's some sulfur wax, here's some sand. Now I know you're crafting it, I can see you doing it. Is it going anywhere? It's sure not going in there. What's going on? Where is my soul sand going? Hang on. I'm going to pick this up and see if I can get it to just pop out if I do this. Cuz okay, yeah, that's going. What? My soul sand is just completely disappearing. Oh, this is weird. Hang on, let me relog just to make sure it's not... Oops, not that world. This is really strange. Okay, if this... Yeah, it's still not there. Let's try moving this setup, just because there's so much router craziness going on here. Maybe somehow being connected to that is screwing it up. I could believe that. So... Pull that all out. And I mean, that's not in this system anywhere, right? Because it wasn't connected to that one. No, I don't think it is. Although, I guess, okay, the other thing I could try is... Well, here, I need some more of that stuff again, because that's just plain disappeared. I mean, it shouldn't be the case that, like, that recipe just doesn't work with an auto-crafting table, because, you know, a recipe is a recipe. If one works, they all should. So this is very strange. Okay, more sulfur wax right here. Oh, no, those are cocoa beans. There it is. And my inventory's full. Okay, so let's only get a little bit of that. And we need some sand. Alright, let's try this again right here. So same recipe, same barrel setup, just in case there's something weird about pulling out of the sides of a barrel, or the top or something. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, so is it doing it? Yes, it's consuming the resources. And that is going nowhere. Wow. Okay, so maybe I was wrong about an auto-crafting table being able to properly pull out of part of a barrel. Okay. If we replace those with chests, is it going to work? Because, yeah, I don't have an explanation for this. Or let's just replace it with one chest. Okay, one chest, auto-crafting table. See if we can at least do this much. Chest here. You there, you there, you there. I need one of you. Okay. Just in case it makes a difference, be sure we use the exact same recipe. Okay, it's pulling them, and... nothing! What? This recipe doesn't work in an auto-crafting table. I can pull it out myself, but the auto-crafting table... Okay, I did notice something weird about this. So if I look at the usage for this, it shows me shaped crafting. If I go to one of these and hit U, nothing happens. So maybe there is something funny about this recipe, because normally I could do that and, let's see. Wait a minute. This is weird, soul sand. Is this a different type than... No, it's the same item ID. What is going on? Yeah, if I press U on this, nothing happens. If I press it on this... Do those stack together? They don't. These two are somehow different. Wow. Okay, so that recipe produces some weird broken soul sand that doesn't... Okay, let's try a fabricator. So, could a fabricator... Oh, hang on. I want to try something else. Barrels sometimes can reset... so this must have some NBT data on it, because it definitely doesn't have a damage value. At least the tooltip is showing me. So, oh! Disappears when I put it in a barrel! Whoa! Okay, let's also try the other recipe. That was like this, and I don't have any dirt. Oh man, this really puts a kink in our plans, doesn't it? Let's see, which was the way we didn't try, like this? Or is it the other way? Alright, so I made that just fine. Let's do it the other way. That was the other way, right? I think so. Whoa! It's gone! Wow. Something is terribly wrong with these items. Whoa. All right, let me fiddle around a little more and see if I can figure out any solution to this to get these not to just completely disappear. Fabricator just doesn't know what to do. It has all that it needs to make that, but it can't make it. It's getting stranger by the minute. All right, the electric crafting table makes it for us. Can we make more than one? Come on, do something. Oh wait, right, we have to take this. Well, that's just going to give me the same... Yeah, gives the same problem. What if I toss this on the ground, then toss this... It disappears when I toss it on the ground! What is with these ghost items? Alright, so I can get single ones at a time. Forge Lexicon. Can you tell me anything about soul sand? No. Well, this is... annoying. I don't know what to do here. Because this weird broken soul sand that the soulful wax makes kind of prevents me from doing anything at all with it. I want to know why that is. Like, alright, let me... Right, okay, I can't shift-click this. Wait a minute. Here's an idea. I'm going to take these two. Can't shift-click that. I'm going to log out and see if they're still in my inventory. Because I think those might actually be ghost items that aren't... Oh, no. No, I have them. Still can't shift-click them. Does it show up in my... Can I place it? I cannot place it. It disappears. What the hell, man? Alright, I'm gonna check the ThaumicBees change log, see if there's anything about this, check the forums, see if anybody else has run into the same problem. I'll be right back. Can't find a single thing about it online. Let's try my creative world and see if we have any better luck here. If it's still messed up... Okay, so here's this. What if I try to place this? It disappears entirely. That is the weirdest thing. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get a look at this with NBT Explorer and figure out if there's something about it that's different from regular soul sand. So I'm going to put... Oops, what am I doing? I'm going to put one piece of this weird soul sand into this chest, assuming it'll go. Yeah, okay, that's there. And then a normal... Oops, normal piece of soul sand. Oh yeah, I can just do this. I can place this one, right? Yeah, that one's fine. Okay, there's one of each in there. So I'm going to go check this world with NBT Explorer and see if I can figure out what is up. Okay, I can middle-click it. Wait. Middle-clicking it... Okay, middle-clicking it gives me non-broken soul sand, and I'll bet that... No, those still don't stack together. That's interesting. Hang on. Okay, so... One of these is the wrong type. That's fine. That's fine. This is just getting so weird. I don't get it. Okay. All right, let's see if NBT Explorer tells me anything. All right, I found it. NBT Explorer tells me that there was in that chest, there was a stack of soul sand with a count of 1 and a stack with a count of 0. So apparently when you craft that, when you use that crafting recipe, it gives you 0 soul sand. So this is a stack of 0 soul sand, which means we can't do anything with it. Also had a damage value of 4, where the other one would normally have damage value of 0. So yeah, something's definitely broken there. I'll have to test in the latest ThaumicBees and see if it's still broken there, and if so, report it to Mysterious Ages, because that is very broken. So, can't use this stuff right now. That's a problem. So, I guess we will not be getting our soul sand and saltpeter and stuff from that source. There are other ways to make soul sand, though. We could use a tome of alkahest and some redstone. Maybe that's the way to go. Does come out of scrap boxes. That's okay. That's the only other way. Oh, hey, you know what? This the soulful wax recipe doesn't even show up here. Interesting. Okay. So that might be an option. We can have bees producing redstone for us. I have my redstone producing bees disabled right now, but I could turn them back on easily enough. Get lots of that stuff and use it to duplicate our soul sand. That's one way to go. We could also do what we originally planned and use these sludge boilers for cracked sand. They're not huge producers. Like, as long as we've had this one going... I took out the engine here because I thought I didn't need it for this energy cell anymore because we're doing this with routers now. And I ran the cable from this solar panel over to the sludge boiler, but it runs out at night. So this only has... That flickered today for a moment. That was weird. So this has been going, but the sludge boiler hasn't been running full time. So that's not even 3 stacks of cracked sand, and barely more than half a stack of soul sand. So yeah, this isn't all that great for that either. I mean, we could make this higher capacity sort of thing, like I was talking about. We could use a filler with a sugar cane, have a harvester just harvesting all the time, and boil the sludge from that. Maybe that's what we'll do, but I don't know. I'll have to think about this for a little while. Instead, let's do the other thing in our list. And yeah, we'll figure out what to do about that situation for next time. So, here's the thing we've been meaning to do for a while. I'd like to get these timbered bees going and start compressing their wood pulp into wooden plates and then making sticks out of that for frames. So, I actually already have my piping set up here, I think. Yeah, is there a pipe here? Or I thought there was a pipe there somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Okay, found you. Yeah, that changes to weird colors. Oops, just broke it. Anyway, so what we want to do is, okay, that still has some wood in it. That's okay. I'm going to break this anyway. And let's see. I'll take this down, get the stuff I need, and let's see, where is this even piped over from? I don't actually know. Somewhere. That's a good question. Okay. Well, let me figure out where this pipe goes, because I actually forgot. I know it goes under here somehow. Oh, that's right. I remember. Okay, this sorts... Doesn't this sort it out? One of these? I don't know. All right, let me get that figured out, get all the stuff I need, and... Oh, okay, I'm just clicking on that same one each time. And then we'll set up bees to produce their own frames. All right, I think this can actually be very simple. I like the facade, so I'd put it back. But yeah, I took all that stuff down and dug in here just to make sure I'd set up the pipe correctly. So this bottom diamond pipe here sends wood pulp to red, and I just have this running all along there and coming out right here. So let's try just sticking a compressor right here. We will have to figure out how to power it. I have some ideas for that, but for the moment, let's just do this. And it doesn't work. Why doesn't that work? Okay, fine. We'll use a bat box on it. Those should be able to take power items directly, but I guess a bat pack, for some reason, does not work like that. Yep, got a bat box there. So what can it take? Maybe just an RE battery? Because I'm fairly certain a bat box can take a bat pack, right? Okay, you go here, facing the thing, and you go in here. Yeah, it sure can. Weird. Okay, so let's see what happens if we just put these dusty combs in here and let them centrifuge. So the wood pulp should end up going in here, and once it gets to 8, it'll get compressed. We might have to do something with buffering here. Wow, that does not look good. Oh, that looks terrible with that facade there. Okay, since that lighting is so bad, I'm just going to take it out. Yeah, that looks less terrible. Okay, so wood pulp should be coming in any second now. Yep, it's coming through there, going in there. There goes some into the diamond pipe. Okay. I'm not sure if I put any gold pipes down there, so it might actually take it a little while to propagate through there. While we wait for that, I'll just fix this back up. And, oh yeah, here comes some, here comes some. It is compressing very slowly. How many of these you're going to need? So with 2 of them, this might need to be a singularity compressor. That's probably a good idea. Okay, those are easy to make, right? Yeah, just some obsidian, compressor, and advanced machine block. Okay. So let me give that a chest just so the wood pulp doesn't disappear. And then we'll turn that into a singularity compressor. I have a 7 obsidian and an advanced machine block, so that's no problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and some obsidian. We can craft when we're over there. And a chest for temporary wood pulp storage. Where did I had a wooden chest. I don't know what I did with it. Okay. So yeah, for power, I'm thinking what we can probably do is we can use a magic energy converter. We have a magic energy absorber in there, but a magic energy converter... okay, so I want to make sure this will use wood plates. I noticed that this fabricator was smart enough to use limewood planks, even though it was set to oak wood. So it seems like yeah, okay, good. So a fabricator is smart enough to use anything that can count as wood planks there. Good. Oh, and interestingly, that seems to have actually kept up with the 2 overclockers in it, but it's going to be consuming more power than it should need to that way. So we'll take this. I forgot to bring a wrench. Pick that up, turn it into a singularity compressor, and let it just continually run. And then that'll compress everything very quickly. And those only use, what is it, 1 EU per tick, I think? 3 per tick, and you have no... Wait, what? Why don't you have any... Oh, okay, that was just showing me it wrong. Alright, so 3 per tick, that's fine. I can produce way more than that with a magic energy converter. Or even, you know... How much does a water mill, an unmanned water mill, produce? I've heard that the what do you call it? The usage of a water mill where you can pipe a bucket in and have it produce power that way is apparently considered a bug and is fixed in a future version of Industrial Craft. We could use it for now while it still works, and I could do that much more simply with routers. So assemble generator with aluminium plate. I'll think about that a little bit. Yeah. Let's get this bee going at least, because I just put all the dusty combs in that had been produced during breeding. Are all of my alvearies full? I think they might actually be. Acidic. Right, I never actually got around to saying what these do. These produce sulfur dust. That's why I want them, for more industrial TNT. Okay, industrious, radioactive, natural, invincible. Okay, natural. We can retire those for the moment. So timbered in there should be producing us some combs. Because natural just produces us forest drops, which are a green dye, and we don't need like 5,000 of those, 5,000 stacks of those, you know. We were just a little bit short on them when we were trying to make the switch. What are those even called? Switch motors, yeah. But that'll last us for a very long time. So right, the magic energy... converter can run off of some things that bees produce. If we look at mercury, mercury cell, it can be used as fuel. In here, yeah, so 8,000 EU per cell. Recipes. Can also use, I could have the shards that bees produce go in there. That wouldn't be too bad. Don't want to use those because I don't think I'll reliably get enough of them. Yeah, fire shards would be another good choice. But let's see. So this thing is made with, mercury cells can be made just by canning quicksilver, which we'd craft from that. I guess we almost might as well do that because those are produced from bees that make these shards. And since we get more fire shards than anything, we should just use those for powering them. Yeah, that might be the way to go. Again, I'll think about it a little more. Or, you know, maybe a water mill. Since it's only 3 EU per tick, that wouldn't take too many water mills to do. And once again, I forgot my wrench. Man. So yeah, I'll think about that a little bit. Upgrade it to a singularity compressor, and then we'll do one of those things, I guess. Now that I look at it, I don't think this is going to keep up with demand. Just looking at the rate of wood pulp coming in, I'm going to bootstrap this with some planks so that it can make some new frames. Yeah, okay, those are getting routed into the appropriate place. But even with the production boost from having frames, I don't think enough wood pulp is being produced to keep the frames filled. So, either I'm going to need more bees, or I have to do something else to get wood for that. So that might be a problem. But I have a couple of water mills assembling in here. I want to try some things with them. I've read that they give you more power if you feed them water bottles instead of water buckets. Yeah, this is real slow. You have to make them in the assembling machine now. That's the only way to only way to do it. And they take 320 seconds to assemble. I think I have this thing overclocked. I could probably give it another overclocker. I might do that, but should I do it? Let's do it. Well, hang on. Let's see how much power it's drawing first. Because if it's more than this LV transformer is going to give it, then we shouldn't do it. 127. Yeah, no, we shouldn't do it. That's as much as we can manage here as it is. We could also give it a transformer upgrade and actually put it on the higher voltage grid. But yeah, come on. Okay, well let's get our water bottles ready. Let's just get 4 of them. And a water bucket. Water buckets. Although if you're automating it, then it doesn't really matter all that much. I'm just curious if that rumor has any truth to it. Put a couple of these back because we didn't use all of them. Okay, here we go. 2 water mills. So let's. I do want my EU reader. Good, I have it. Right, sorry, not just more power, but more per tick. So that would actually matter, but I'm sure it'll consume the bottle. How's this doing? Okay, so yeah, we'll just put these next to the bat box and see. All right, you get a bucket, and you get a bottle. So 1 out. 2 out. Okay, it's true. So water bottles give you double the output. Very interesting. And I can make glass from nothing, so maybe that's the way to go. That's very interesting. Okay. So I wonder what happens if you mix them. Like if you put a glass bottle in, then a water bucket after that. Let me get a few buckets for experimentation. So let's see. This one is totally out of stuff. So is this one. So let's put a bottle in here and then a bucket. Okay, it takes it. And what's it generating? Let's put a bucket and then a bottle. Okay, that's what I thought. It's the last thing that you put in. Okay. Trying to think if there's any trickery we could do with that. Probably don't really need to, because you don't really need to stretch your glass further, because glass is so easy to make. It does take MJ though, because you have to pulverize cobblestone and then smelt it. Is there another way? Okay, glass bottle can only be made like that. Glass by smelting sand, UU matter, squeezer. Okay. Sand, yeah, no, there's no way without smelting. Tome of Alkahest again. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure. Let's make sure our timbered bee has frames, and we do see that. Yeah, okay, so that's the one. No frames in there. Okay, so I guess they just haven't made it around to there yet. Can I just put them in manually? The router goes in a cycle, like all the way around the building, so it takes it a little while to service each alveary. So I just want to see, with those frames, if this is going to produce enough combs to keep frame production stable. I really suspect it won't, but I'm going to watch this for a little while and see what happens. I'll be right back. Nope, no good. I checked all the frame housings, they're all full, so this is just maintaining frames as they're used up, and it is not producing enough of these to keep up. So I think that experiment's a bust. We're just going to have to put it back the way it was and keep feeding it wood or come up with some other solution. Because I don't want to take up, I mean, I could of course run more bees, but I don't want to take up too many alvearies with just the timbered bees. I guess I could set up a couple of additional alvearies down here just to have them produce wood. Maybe I'll do that, but I don't know. I think for now, I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably put that system back. Yeah, things are not really working for me today. Okay. Well, I better call it quits here. I feel like this wasn't a very interesting episode. Maybe I'm wrong. It'll be fine when I review it. But yeah, sorry if I was a little less interesting than usual today. I have done a little bit of recording on the AriseCraft server, though the footage is actually kind of bad, and I think I'm going to redo it. But I have an idea of what I'm doing on there now, so I'm actually trying very hard to get an episode up for it in the next few days. So I know I've said that before and it didn't happen, but I'm trying again. So hopefully we'll see something from that. So that'll be something new and interesting. But anyway, I'm going to call it quits now, see if I can solve some of the problems we ran into this episode. Next time we'll get back to the villager trading post. We haven't worked on that for a little bit, and it needs to be done. And I'm kind of out of other things to do other than these. Anyway, I'll stop rambling now and end the episode, so see you guys next time.